Welcome to Really Podcast Series. We're here with another episode, another amazing guest. We're at Mojo's Bar in Leeds. Shout out to Mojo's Bar. Got great sense in music, great taste in music. And but he's not played any Passmore yet, but hopefully he will. Anyway, I am joined by no other than the amazing, can I say Yorkshire man?
Of course you can say Yorkshire.
The amazing King of the North, Bradley Johnson. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Right. First of all, can you believe I'm sensible enough now to try and talk formally on a podcast?
Are you sensible enough?
No.
No.
But I like it. Some people have declined to come on it. Thanks. You're missing out. But you haven't, so thank you. Thank you for your
Never
time.
change, Kyle. Never.
Never.
Change.
You know what? I tried to, right? And I realised it's not for me.
Yeah.
I am loud. I have multiple people running this,
Yeah.
and that's fine. It's fine. I've got to get that vape out the shop. That was awkward. Anyway, right, so we're going to go through some icebreakers just to remember you up. So what's your typical morning routine, Brad?
Morning routine is get out of bed. Well, set about 9 alarms first, and then manage to roll out of bed. Have a shower, and then leave everything to the last minute, and then get to work.
You know what, Aaron? What's your morning routine? That sounds like you. Aaron's always tired, always late.
Literally. In my head, I'm always setting an alarm really early. I'm like, I'll get up early, have some brekkie. Nah, turning it off, snoozing it about 4 times.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So just to give context, if you don't know who Bradley is, and if you don't watch the soaps, and you don't watch Emmerdale, can you just tell us, who is your character in Emmerdale?
So I play a character called Vinny Dingle in Emmerdale, and also referred as Mandy's son.
Mandy's son.
Mandy Dingle.
Do people say that to you?
Yeah.
You're Mandy's son.
Mandy's son, aren't you? Mandy. What's he called? Vinny. Yeah, Vinny. Yeah.
I love that. It's Vinny. Thank you. Right. What's your favourite movie of all time? Tough one, because I know there's going to be loads. So you don't have to. I won't tell the director. What's your favourite movie when you think of it in your head right now?
Okay, my favourite film, right? And I made Sammy watch it, which is my partner, and she thought it was crap. Can I say crap?
Of course you can swear. Slag. I'm joking.
Sammy thought it was shit. It's Big, Tom Hanks.
Oh my God.
I love it. It's nostalgic.
Yeah, it is. Is it a Christmas film?
No, it's not a crap. Well, it's sort of. Well, it's an all year round film for me.
Okay.
Love it.
My favourite movie is Titanic. I went to see it at the cinema when I was 10. I got declined, cried at the desk.
Yeah.
They still didn't let me in. And I think that's a bit of childhood trauma. She was like, do you want to see Flubber instead? And I was like,
Absolutely not.
yeah. But my favourite movie of all time, I Wish I Was Rose.
Yeah.
What star sign are you randomly?
I think I'm a Leo. August 22nd.
You're a lion. Aaron, so
Lion.
this is producer Aaron for everyone. You can't see him, but you can feel him
here.
in spirit. Aaron, what's your star sign?
I'm a Sagittarius.
Sagittarius. Do you know what that means?
No.
I don't either, so let's move on. I'm joking. I thought it was going to be dead astrology. It means you're a sensible soul. It means you're boring me. I'm joking. Not you, but people that stop you and do that. One man stopped me in a gay bar in Blackpool and started doing a whole monologue. I was like, just get me a drink.
Yeah, just stop there.
If you won the lottery, what are you doing with it? What's the first thing you're doing? You've won the lottery, you got the ticket, you're like, ah!
This is literally my favourite question I ask all the time. Right, so, how much are we winning?
We're talking not like $1 million, because $1 million's I think like 20 million.
20 million, all right, okay. So, find out I've won 20 million. I am hiring a mega yacht for all the family. We're going round like Greece or somewhere like that. A bit like below deck vibes. Yeah. I would buy a really nice car, but I wouldn't tell anyone.
No.
But I say this, but then people would see my lifestyle change and they're like, have you won the lottery?
Yeah, I go from like a Primark outfit and I'll be in there like full of Gucci, like, yeah, I'm doing some overtime. Like, have you won the lottery? No, I haven't. Do you know what I'd make? Do you ever make spreadsheets just in case you win the lottery?
No.
I've got a spreadsheet and it's got every single family member, friend in like a priority order and how much they get. I go a bit deep into things like that.
But where do you stop though? That's the thing. Where do you stop?
Stop at someone who doesn't like or share any of my pages for the Really Podcast series or my music, because there's a lot of people out there. You realise that actually your family and friends sometimes aren't your family.
Yeah. So what you're trying to say is get sharing now and like.
Yeah,
you never know if you win the lottery.
You. I could win the lottery one day. If you want to be part of it, get involved.
There you go.
And what's your favourite pastime?
What does that mean?
I actually don't know, but I think it means like, what's your favourite thing? Like, I go to what was my favourite thing in like Pokemon cards? That was a favourite pastime. Is that
Is that a favourite pastime?
I don't know. What is a pastime, Aaron?
Something just to pass the time when you're bored.
Well, do you know what? I think it's very similar to you. Like at home.
Is that what it means?
Well, I thought of that. I didn't want to sound
Pass me that
stupid.
drink. What? How embarrassing. I've done that question so many times and they've answered it and I've gone, great answer.
But listen, Kyle, right? If you answer something confidently, you find out.
Yeah,
It doesn't
true.
really matter. But no, I love to just play music. Like,
Okay.
I feel like when I'm busy at work and still my biggest passion is music, I'll just go up to my studio and play some piano and sing and a bit of guitar and stuff. And yeah.
So
Jam out.
music, just to talk about. So let's start there with music.
Okay.
Is music... Actually, no. I want to start somewhere even earlier than that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I did a big deep dive into Bradley Johnson.
Oh God.
Yeah, and I'm joking. Imagine if I found like an OnlyFans.
It's not one. There's no
OnlyFans as Vinny Dingle, but it's not Dingle. It's Vinny Jingle. I'm joking. So I went into like a little bit of. I can't even know my own password. You were in a film called When Did You Last See Your Father?
Yeah.
Yeah. How old were you?
I think I was about 7 or 8.
Okay, we're gonna play. I want to play a little bit of a clip.
Wow,
I found I zoomed. So it's a bit of a trailer, and then I found the bit where you're like loving life. Oh, can you hear it in your ears? It's like Dolby Digital. You can't hear it. Oh no, Mojo's. It's playing like instrumental music.
Oh, look at him. There he is.
Little Bradley. A parent and a
How you learn
child.
to drive?
What, here?
Well, at least here,
Can
there's
you
no point
remember
to smash
this?
into.
Do you know what I do?
Blake!
I remember, there's a couple of stories I want to share with this.
Okay, so there's another little clip in like you just like being chucked in the
I thought I
air.
might take the car out.
Memories. Colin Firth.
Colin Firth, no.
Like, and sorry, what is that little
You know,
face?
Joseph,
Well, if you
do
notice
think
there,
she looks a bit like
he's
us?
got brown eyes. And what colour eyes have I got?
In this room, green.
Yeah.
Your dad's wonderful.
So never mind Colin Firth, I had to wear brown contacts to match Colin Firth's eyes.
Right. There's this last clip now where you're like, this is for me. How old are you again?
I think about 7 or 8.
quickly as I could.
Right, this is
Much
the whole
too late.
trailer.
Now,
We're
my
gonna stop
dad
it there,
always
but
used
tell
to
me about the
say
contact
that being
lenses.
a poet is all well and good, but
So you were about how old?
I think about 7 or 8. I think 7 or 8. That
So
sort of age, yeah.
was this your first big film?
Yeah, so obviously I joined a stage school at 5 years old and they had like a casting agent with it. So I'd done like extra work in Emmerdale, all that kind of stuff. And then I got this and I'll always remember, I got the part, didn't really know kind of what I was signing up for. And we did a big, like a read through in London. And Mum was sat behind me and was all sat on this big long table and I had no idea who Colin Firth was or Jim Broadbent and stuff like that. And I turned and my mum's just like bright white and I went, "You all right, Mum?" She went, "It's Colin Firth. It's Colin Firth." And she couldn't even get words out. And I was like, obviously at that age, I had no idea
Just
who
another
he was.
adult.
But yeah, it was an amazing experience. We were down in London. I think we filmed it for like 6 weeks and Jim Broadbent was my dad. And that was my first proper like experience of
And
doing
what was set like for a child? What was it like? What when you look back at it and when you weren't rolling?
Yeah.
Like, what was it like for you? Was it a big event? Tell me
So,
about that.
obviously, if you're not in school, you have your own tutor on set. So like when you're not working, you've got to do your schoolwork, and which is boring. But yeah, it's like everything's sort of laid out for you. You've got your schoolwork, you've got your film, and you're staying over, which is all kind of fun. But yeah, it was.
And was that like for when you left the film and went back? Did you go back to school
Yeah.
after that?
Yeah.
Was that like proper street cred?
Not really.
Really?
But I'll always remember this. We went on a school trip to the Odeon with my school friends, and the trailer was playing in the Odeon, and I was like, "Okay, this is weird. This is really weird." That's me. But yeah, it was yeah. Yeah, I'm a normal Yorkshire lad. Just went back to school.
I think that's such a rep. Like Colin
Yeah.
Firth to me, like Bridget Jones, first
Oh,
of all, yeah.
now
That's
I'm
my.
like,
That's
wow.
when I got introduced to Colin Firth, Hugh Grant, and I was like, you know what? I realised I am a gay, and I do like a little bit of an older man.
Yeah.
Yeah. We safe to say.
I mean, he's a handsome chap.
I was just about to say, do you? Then as I realised, obviously not. So just a quick one. You have a fiance.
Yep.
And you've got a baby on the way.
Yeah, due in December.
So first, this is two big key like adulting things. So Aaron, how old are you? 19. Aaron is 19.
19.
What's your date of birth?
2004. I mean, I've just turned 27, and I think like 27 sounds really old.
2004.
2004.
So I think when you got a fiance, what?
29.
Mojo's
yeah.
29.
How old are you?
I'm 29.
Wait.
I'm 35.
Are you 35?
Stone! I'm joking. I'm
Listen,
35, yeah.
you don't look it.
Thank you, Ramel. This is sponsored by... I'm joking, it's not. I have got Ramel, no. But, so yeah, I think fiance, first of all, that's a big
Yeah.
step. So have you got dates for that, or is it a bit private? You don't have to talk
The
about
dates for what?
your wedding?
Well, we've just been to Mallorca to look for the venue. So we always said, well, we want to go abroad and do it. It'd be cheaper than do it in the UK. It costs a bloody fortune to do it over here. Looked around this venue in Mallorca. It was stunning. Everything we wanted. And they sent the brochure back to us. And it was a minimum of €90,000. So I quickly went...
What are you getting?
Well, it was just a villa. It was a really nice villa with a pool and nice gardens. And we politely went, thank you, but no thank you.
I would expect that package and all the cosmetic surgery I need to look the best on the wedding day. Like, that's ridiculous.
So yeah, we said a massive no to that. So it's still up in the air. But yeah, we're thinking maybe like 2026 after the baby's here. and
Again,
stuff
so
like that, yeah.
this is a massive step down. So
Yeah.
this is the epitome. This is why we're on the world. Reproducing? Procreating? Is that sex?
Is that
Reproducing. Yeah,
Reproducing.
reproducing. So we're here. Why do I make things complicated? I just don't know the words. I need a dictionary.
Do you know what? I'm the same though, so I'm glad you're like
I
that.
lose it and I'm
Yeah.
just like, yeah. But cool. So you're going to be a dad.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel right now?
Do you know what? Like, I can't wait, and I don't want to wish the time away, but it's just like it's going to be amazing.
You're responsible for
I know,
a life.
and this is the thing. Like, I am a little bit immature, but in a good way.
In like a ha-ha, not like a ha-ha.
But
That's weird.
I sat down with Sammy the other day, and I was like, "We have to keep this human being alive. Like that's us now." And it's like, oh my god.
I'm scared for people that are in
Yeah.
your situation because that gives me like, you are, yeah. Until you die,
Yeah.
you're responsible for a human life. no
And
matter
my
what.
best friend Freddie's just had a little boy called Rudy, and he's sending me videos of like, you know, him taking a shit on the carpet and like
See,
explosive diarrhea.
Do you
And
go
I'm
to
like-
classes or anything to pay for this?
Well, no, we had his first antenatal class on Zoom. That was interesting, and thank God it was in Zoom because it was all about breastfeeding and how a baby breastfeeds.
I would love to be on that Zoom call looking at your face.
Well, luckily the camera was off. I was like, turn that off. No one's watching us. And we watched this 5-minute video on how a baby latches onto the nipple.
Okay.
And it was quite interesting.
I'd be
but I
like,
was
that's your area. I mean, I
Yeah.
have nipples, but yours are more functional than
But
me.
yeah, but like now learning about babies and all that kind of stuff, it's
So tell me, what are you most looking forward to about becoming a dad? What is it like when you feel like, oh shit, I'm going to be dad? What are you excited for? I mean, loads of stuff.
just creating a family. I think it's an amazing thing to do. And when you find someone like I found with Sammy, who I love dearly, and it just feels right. It feels right in my moment in my life now, and it's just an exciting time.
Just to give a bit of backstory, I met Bradley on a TV show called Let It Shine. It was one of my favourite things I've ever done in my life. It was like a friendly talent show, like, you know when you hear horror stories from X Factor and things like that. Glad I never went on one of them because I'd have a nervous breakdown.
Yep.
But I'm just going to show you a clip of Bradley's audition. Because I watched this several times, not in a stalk way, just like, you know, and I'll give you a bit of backstory behind that. This is Bradley's audition. Not heard Bradley sing, you think he's just in Emmerdale, Vinny. You're wrong! You're wrong. What intimidated me was all the people that had gone to like proper London drama schools, music schools. I was like, oh my God. And they'd ask you questions like, where did you train? I was like, in a drive-through car park at Mackey's. You know what I mean? When I'm just singing that, hello, customer number 2. But yeah, that to me was the worst part of it. It wasn't horrible. I just hated being in that room all day.
Yeah.
So after that show, obviously you got through. We got to sing with Mel C.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. That's still my like all-time
It
favourite
was
moment.
brilliant,
in my life.
that. And even all like the rehearsal time down in London,
Yeah.
it was brilliant. And
That
we had a
was fun.
really,
It was-
really good
yeah.
group, didn't we?
I mean, yeah, it was a good group. I think it just was like, I'd never been in that industry, so it's nice to fully be surrounded by people like yourselves that I've got. And it's good because from that, it made me actually take a lot of action in my own life, like literally finish that show, ended a relationship, quit my job, and I just got in my car. I was like, bye-bye, Birmingham. Tell me about that. So you got through all the way to the final.
Yeah, so obviously the final for me was just like, it was a weird experience. So you'd rehearse all week from the Monday to the Thursday, get into the studio on the Friday, do a couple of run-throughs, and then you were live. You were live on a Saturday
So
night.
that was more extreme.
Yeah, so it was like, I remember the first live show I sung The Scientist on piano.
Was the piano on fire?
So the piano was on fire, but we didn't rehearse it until the actual day. So because of if it was budget or health and safety, it was the actual live performance where they lit the piano on fire. So and I remember, so in our ears we heard a click and it was like, Bradley, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I started playing. So I'd rehearsed that about 3 or 4 times, but on the day the audience started clapping and I couldn't really hear the click. So all I heard was 2, do, and I started playing. And obviously, I didn't know if I was in time until the backing track came in. So I'm just like playing and I'm doing this.
It was immense.
And then it came in. And that moment, Gary Barlow, I'll always remember, he looked at me and went like that. And I was like, get in there.
Do you know what I found with Gary Barlow? Right, so Martin Kemp, Gary Barlow, if you parallel them next to each other,
Yeah.
I knew when Martin Kemp was in a room, he had this vibe, yeah?
Yeah.
Sexy Martin Kemp. Gary Barlow, literally, he'd just put a hat on and come in the room and drink a bit of like, fucking shit there. Oh, fuck, hi, Gary. And you wouldn't even know it was him because he was so just like blended in and didn't want to make himself known.
Yeah.
Bad thing because anything could have been said there. We were because we love you. But not you, Danny Minogue. We're still a bit bitter about you. Anyway, moving on. So from that, what happened next for you?
Well, I feel like I need to talk about, like, so obviously we didn't win it.
Yeah.
And I was gutted, obviously, at the time because the reason you were in the competition was to win it and go on this West End tour.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, and obviously we didn't win it, and at the time I was gutted. Because you think, obviously, being in a show like that, you've been on, live telly every Saturday, you're going to sort of make it.
Yeah.
And I remember after it, I signed with my agent now that I've got the amazing Bex at Cam, and I kept on getting audition, recall, nothing. Audition, nothing. Audition, nothing.
And how long was that for?
About a year.
So how did you feel? Like,
It was shit. Like, you feel, honestly, awful because you've been up there and then you're just down to rock bottom. And I remember I went back as a singing teacher. I was back doing the gigs and stuff like that. And
so that could so you look at your life like 6 months prior, like that
Yeah.
must be hard. So what did you do to like deal with all that?
Well, it was weird. So obviously it was about a year of rejection, and then Emmerdale came on. And it was a weird feeling. Like, I got a phone call from Bex, and she went, "Oh, we've got a casting for Emmerdale. It's only for 3 episodes. It's playing Vinny Dingle's son. Do you fancy it?" And I remember saying, "Oh my god,
Oh, you want drugs?
Like,
Of course.
oh yeah, absolutely." And it was really weird because years ago I went for a part called Lachlan, which was on Emmerdale. It was a regular, and he turned out to be a not very nice guy. And I think he was only in it for three or 4 years. And that was like recall, screen test, like about 4 rounds of it. With this time with Vinny, went in on, say, the Wednesday, found out I got it on the Friday, started filming the following Wednesday. And I was like,
wait, you went in Wednesday audition?
yeah, about a Wednesday, found out I got it 2 days later, and then started filming the week after, which is unheard of.
Sorry, but how do you like how do you even learn the script in time?
Well, to be fair, yeah, you just I think 3 or 4 scenes. So luckily, I could sort of learn it. And but I'll always remember my first ever scene was coming down the Dingle staircase. So I'd met Lisa the first day. It was like, "Oh, Lisa wants to meet you." I was like, "Oh, nice to meet you, Lisa. All right, how you doing?" And the scene was walking down the Dingles. Zach Dingle was in his chair, and I was like, "What am I doing?"
So
my
you
God.
obviously, because I know, especially like Leeds, Bradford, like Emmerdale is
Yeah,
the
it's
EastEnders of
massive.
the North, and it is one of
Yeah.
the it's a top 3 iconic shows. So
Yeah.
what is that like in your brain? You just an action, and you like, because I wouldn't even be able to focus. I'd be like, oh my god.
Because growing up, I've done sort of like series before where it's filmed in real houses, real sort of sets, whereas
You did the Syndicate.
yeah, the Syndicate and 5 Days, where it's obviously filmed in real places. But studio work for me was completely different. So like studio is, you've got your cameras here, where everyone's sort of like stood, then you've got a set. So I was coming down the stairs, and all these people are there with booms and the cameras, and then obviously it's a weird
So
experience.
how do you? Because that to me, that's one thing I never understood. Like when I was younger, I was like, I want to be an actor.
Yeah.
And, as you grow up, you see actually it's actually really hard.
Yeah.
And so how do you, like when you're doing a serious scene and there's a million crew around you, how do you step out of that and get into your character?
It's a focus thing, and I think it's taken me a long time to sort of kind of get that focus to be able to work in a studio environment and sort of like soap acting is so different. Like when you're doing a series, you might do maybe 3 or 4 scenes a day. Soaps, you can do up to 9 scenes a day. Like tomorrow, I'm doing 9 scenes. And it's terrifying because obviously when you're busy in Emmerdale and you're working Monday to Friday, you're doing 9 scenes, you're in 7 till 7. You go home, you learn your lines for the next day, you have your tea, you go to bed. And then it's sort of that repeat when you're really busy in work.
So what are you doing to, like, first of all, you get given you got massive scene and you got lines. Well, how do you learn, what your process behind that for learning lines?
Well, I think it's good, obviously, because like Vinny's a character now, and I obviously know that character better than anyone. So when I get a script, I kind of like envision how he would say the words, his interaction with different characters, and obviously coming in with Lisa as well, we have a really good bond. So like if there's a scene with me and her, when I'm learning my lines at home, I know how she's going to say that. So
And
when I get
is
to
there
her-
space for you to ad-lib slightly?
not ad-lib as such, but you can change sort of things if you think, oh, this
How
might be
he was-
better. So when you get on the floor and you do a rehearsal, you might say to the director, is it okay if I just kind of change this because I think it fits more in my character? And they'll either say, yeah, that's fine, or no, I see it more in this way. But I remember like working very close with Lisa, and we would off-screen put little sort of bits in, like, which only me and her would sort of like do.
Yeah.
And it just makes the scene so much better.
And what do you do? Do you ever lose it? Like, because I can imagine, obviously, working with like Lisa, she's very funny.
Yeah.
Like, do you lose it a lot? Like, as in, like, you can't like pull it back, or you just.
I'm horrendous. Now, if I get the giggles at work, I can't stop. And it's that sort of scenario where I start laughing, I'm laughing so much I'm crying, and then I know I shouldn't be laughing. The crew's there, it's a Friday afternoon, everyone wants to go home, and I'm just there, tears streaming down my
'cause
face.
To me, like, the more someone that you think about, it's funnier, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's
so what do
horrendous.
you do? What do you have to do?
And then when I look out and nobody's laughing, it makes me laugh even more, and I'm like, but
Guys like
that. It's horrendous, and it's got to take like a director to come on set and go, Bradley, right, come on now. Someone has to shout at me to snap me out of it.
I'd just be like, think of really bad things like death, someone dying, family member dead in a car park. Don't know, like, do you know, to pull me back from it.
But there's like Lisa, James Eaton who plays Sam, and Dominic who plays Paddy. They can make me laugh. They can just look at me in a certain way in a scene, and I'm gone. And it's the most annoying thing ever because I try and make people laugh, and they just don't laugh, and I end up laughing at myself and making them laugh.
I went, obviously, on a Emmerdale binge of all your different storylines, and obviously the one that sticks out for me, and I think it was where Liv passes away.
Yeah.
And to me, like, I'm like, you're an amazing actor, but that to me, I'm like, how do you? I can't. Yeah, I'm gonna show it, and you can talk through. It's like a director's cut.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hi. Is it a bad time to say, oh, I want a cat as well?
You can have whatever you want.
I've already got that.
You know, I was thinking that, I think pets are just the beginning. I thought we could get a van and, you know, do it up and have a little kitchen and bedroom and, you know, the full works, and then pack up all the pets and go travelling the world together.
Yeah.
Could be eating pizza in Rome, or, I don't know, just pull up at a beach in Spain somewhere and sit on the sand and hold hands and watch a sunset together.
I'd like that. Promise me that you'll do those things.
We'll do them together.
No, I'm not coming out of this, Vinny.
Don't say that, please.
Talking about music.
Yep.
So you still do music in your own right?
Yeah, so obviously with Emmerdale, it's kind of like limited what I can do outside of it. I can't really use the Vinny Dingle name outside of work, which is fine. But yeah, I've always sang, I've always gigged, and I do like an acoustic sort of like session with me and my friend Nigel who plays guitar. So we do sort of like festivals, all that kind of stuff. And then I'm in a band with two of my friends, Nigel and Freddie, and we're called the Trilogies.
Love the Trilogies.
And we do like soul and Motown, all that kind of stuff, parties, we do theatres. So I'm still dabbling in music a little bit.
But that must be good because your life's very varied.
Yeah.
You can, like, you know, you're not just in one stream, you're in a couple, and it's like, I like that freedom. Like, you know, because I'm like that. I think if I get one thing and I do it over and over again, I start to resent it. But it's a good place to be.
And you'll know as well, I think, like, growing up from being 16, I was doing the working men's clubs, doing the social clubs, and it's a lonely game sometimes. When you're rocking up and you're travelling an hour and it's just you and you're doing 3 spots and you're sat by yourself in between it, and it's awful.
I find, so that's my brain's like that. So I recently just sang at the Opera House in Blackpool for Hartley Bow, right? And I've always wanted to sing at the Opera House, so that's why it meant something. And they took me to the dressing room and just let me sit there for 2 hours staring at myself. And I was like, I went weird.
Yeah.
And I did that in a show on Let It Shine. Like, I made bad choices through excitement. I couldn't control I'm so excited. So I went out, and I remember crawling out of a taxi, and the producer paying for the taxi, and I'm like, Mel sees the day after, and I'm like, hello. And I'm like, look back, and I'm like, that's probably, you know, it showed me that I'm glad I didn't do anything big back then because the brain wasn't ready for it.
Yeah.
But music-wise, I'm glad that you're in the Trilogies, and so you got a big gig in Leeds.
Yeah, so we've got, I think our next one is at Yeadon Town Hall. We're doing a theatre there. We've got loads of light switches on at Christmas time. But
Love a light switch on.
Yeah.
They're like the best gigs as well.
They're brilliant.
Decent pay, and you're just like, Merry Christmas.
And everyone's there for a good time, so it's perfect.
I always ask these topics to everyone.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say it correctly because you're a fucking Gen Z, yeah? Or whatever. So, let's talk about icks. Am I saying it right?
Icks.
Aaron?
Yeah.
Aaron?
Yeah.
So, do you know what an ick is?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yep.
Okay, give me an example of what's your ick.
Baby
Producer Aaron.
talk.
Baby what?
Baby talk.
Baby talk.
Baby talk.
In what context?
Relationships.
So am I giving you the ick?
No, I mean
Talking about babies?
no. I mean, like, when your partner speaks to you in like that baby voice.
A patronising sort of voice.
Yeah, it's
So like people like in a relationship trying to be cute,
Yeah.
talking like a baby.
Yeah.
But imagine if you went, I
Get
hate
it
people
now,
talking
yeah,
about their
yeah.
babies.
Yeah.
Imagine
Gonna
that,
say.
savage.
Ugh.
So like, I love you. Oh, but actually that gives me the ick saying it. Like adults pretending to be baby voiced. How does that
Why
make
would you
feel?
do it?
So do you remember Celebrity Big Brother?
Yeah.
And one of the tasks with Jim Davis and all them people had to pretend to be big babies.
Awful.
And I remember literally my arsehole was like, was like, I'm sad. I was like, I'm actually going to go and throw myself off a bridge. It made me that uncomfortable. That is an ick. If you are that person in a relationship, you're talking like a child, what's your relationship? Are you dating a paedophile? What's going on? Because that's weird, uncomfortable. Stop doing it. And if I see you do it in public, I'm gonna scream. Yeah, thank you. So, are we allowed to say paedophile? Yeah, because you are out there. All of you's horrible. Anyway, what's your ick?
My ick. Do you know what? Just arrogance. People being arrogant. Like I hate that sort of like a show off arrogant. That's
Like,
that sort of.
I am
my
the
ick.
best. Haha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think there's no need for being arrogant.
Especially when they're not talented and they're arrogant. That's deluded, isn't
But
it?
yeah, even if you are talented, there's no need to be arrogant.
True.
Just be a nice just be a nice person. It's not hard.
Yeah, it isn't hard. Like, I hate that. I hate rudeness. But sometimes I think people, when they first meet me, I think I'm a bit rude. I'm not. I'm just loud.
Yeah.
Not rude. My icks are... I got so many. I got proper with sounds. So, like, for example, I got sound phobia. So, like, pouring wine in a restaurant. Would you like some wine? And even as a conversation, like,
Can I add one more just while you're
Yeah.
talking about that, right? So Sammy, when she gets into bed, listens to ASMR. Now, no. Do you know what? Like sometimes I don't mind a bit of ASMR, right? But it's when they start going like this. And I'm laid there trying to get to sleep, and all I can hear is that I'm like, please turn it down, turn it down.
what is that about? How
It's
are
awful.
her ears liking
It's
that?
awful. Like some of it, you know, when they're like playing with combs or tapping stuff.
No, this is it. So
Don't
you go
mind
on
that.
TikTok and they go, welcome to the live. Yeah. And I'm like, where's your address?
Yeah.
Like, because I'm coming.
Awful.
That's weird.
Sorry, but yeah.
That's
I had to get that in there.
That's you slap your lips down the microphone then and that's
Yeah.
sent shivers. Shit like that. People that can't tap.
Sorry.
And it's like, I could just hurt myself right now. Smash this.
Just punch me.
Do you know, like, people, have you not all-style keyboards? People type on it, yeah?
Really loud.
Like almost like the table did something wrong.
Yeah.
Like, fucking yeah, no, right.
Yeah.
Oh, and they whack spacebar like the freaking fucking DJ, like flicking it. I'm like, oh, you're cool.
Yeah, but also people who do it on the phone, but it's really loud, like. I'm like,
People
Just
who
mute
keep
it.
the sound, like,
Yeah,
we
just
know a
mute
person.
it.
Aaron, do you know who does that? I know someone that keeps his tunes on the phone and he had like a guitar, but then bam. So like 3 a.m., you know, you're like dreaming about like making it in the world. And, but bam, oh, great. Back in Blackpool, back in the real world. Last shit. You got 2 cards there.
Yep.
I got 2 cards here.
Yep.
Aaron shuffled and picked 2 for each. We'll start with one. So I'm going to pick one up. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
I'm going to show the camera. Don't know why I do that because we're going to read it out anyway. So
Right.
I'll just realise that. So I've got a little workaround. We're not going to fucking show the camera. I'm going to pick it up, ask you the question. It could be anything. You just got to answer it.
Oh God. Okay.
It could be something simple or it could be something funny.
Okay.
Okay. Who's one influential figure you wish you could... Why am I speaking like 7? Who is one influential figure you wish you could make 100 clones of?
Oh, sounds cheesy, but Lisa Riley from work.
There you go. So, and why do you think?
Just
How has she
because-
affected your life?
Because without her, I wouldn't be in the show. And I've learned so much from her, and she's just an all-round legend.
Yeah. Pick one of them.
Okay.
I hope it's not like something serious. I hope it's just fun. Like,
This is
what
where my
fruit-
reading goes.
What fruit
tits
do you
up.
like?
If you didn't have to sleep every night, what would you do with all that extra time?
I would touch my... I'm joking, self. I'm joking. If I didn't have to sleep, what would I do?
Yeah.
I would every single night of the week, or so like if you're not sleeping, every month I'd have a different thing that I would learn.
Great answer.
And I would like be brain man. So by the end of like 2 years, I'd be like, hola, bonjour, every language, because you've got that much time. And I think while the world's sleeping, evolve yourself.
Well, what's that, like 8 hours a night?
Yeah.
Could learn a lot
I'll
in
have a
that.
bit of fun. Like I have to stay away from things like Xbox and
Yeah.
PlayStation because I get obsessed and I like quit my job just to play like Harry Potter Live. Like I can't come in today. Why? Because I'm ill. I'm dying. So bye. Yeah. So I can't go near things like that because I'll just get super obsessed.
Right.
So yeah, I just learn, evolve, and then like even if I did all that and I didn't become successful, I'd be like, I'm not meant to be here.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's a great answer. I mean, I took 3 to 4 working days to answer, and you
It's
just
fine
you just had it
because in the
straight.
edit you're gonna be like, bang.
Fantastic.
Right. If your life were a video game, which level would be the most difficult to get through?
So, like, is every year a
Yeah,
level?
every year you realise a level. Like, what is a difficult part of your life to get through? It's quite a deep question.
My A levels.
Oh, right.
Oh, it was just awful. I hated it. I hated school at that point. Didn't want to be there.
What did you get in your A levels?
It spelt dad. DAD.
What was the A in?
Performing arts.
Thank God. Imagine if it's like even French. I'd be like, loads like.
Music. I got a D. And the reason why, like, I got A star in all my performing, but then you had to like analyse like a Mozart piece. And what really annoyed me, I'm really passionate about this. It was like, yeah, Mozart used a a C7 chord to a D major because he was depressed at the time. I went, did he bollocks? He sat down on a piano, he played it.
How
it
would
sounded
they know
nice.
that?
It's a load of crap. It's like when English was like the curtains were blue to show the depression of the character. No, the curtains were just frigging blue.
They were blue because they ran out of material.
Well,
Yeah.
exactly.
I'm that type of thinker. Do you know what I mean? Like Shakespeare, maybe he didn't write in subtext. Maybe he was like, she's a dog.
And it was I got D in photography because I took a photo of something that I thought looked nice, and it was like, say why you've done it. Well, because I pointed the camera and I took a picture and it looks all right.
That makes sense. So how can they actually grade any kind of creative arts? Like, how can I tell you? So like, if you did this photo, by the way, could we just take a minute for this wall?
Elton John.
This is Elton John.
It's got to be on it.
Who else have we got? David Bowie.
Yes.
Thank God. Amy Winehouse, top left. Shout out.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is these pictures, someone took them. How can you judge that? Like, what if they thought, I do like the look of his crotch on that picture. No, but you know what I mean? And someone's like, well, no, actually, the rule of thirds doesn't apply. Like, shut up, Janet!
Yeah.
Do you know what? Janet's the go-to name when I'm slagging someone off.
Janet.
Yeah, I just realised that.
Not
Said it on
Karen.
Let It Shine.
Not Karen.
Janet, no.
Janet, yeah,
Janet,
okay.
Janet is my Karen.
Right.
Sorry if you called Janet. Most Janets I've met are nasty. Shout out to Janet, you know you are. Sorry. Where was that? So yeah, video game. A-levels, fucked it up.
Yeah,
so,
A-levels, definitely, yeah.
So what? So that's it. So then what did you do after that when you got it?
Left school and then... God, there's so much stuff. Like so
Tell me.
I left school. So before Let It Shine... no, was it Let It Shine first?
You were about 12 and Let It Shine, so it must have been.
I joined a boy band. I was going to Manchester, and then I got an offer for a cruise liner, and then I turned it down to be in the boy band, and then the boy band just kind of like pied me off, and I just, yeah.
What was your band called?
We didn't have a name, it was that early on.
So yeah, no way you was in a boy band, and then you...
Yeah, and then obviously, so then I got a phone call saying, don't bother coming in tomorrow, after I turned down the cruise liner to go on a year for doing that. But then everything happens for a reason, because if I hadn't have turned it down, then I wouldn't have got Emmerdale.
That's I believe that. Aaron, first of all, you could be in a boy band with that mullet.
It's a great
Aaron,
hairstyle.
does it stretch around here? We need to show Aaron's mullet.
Sorry, yeah, but can we go back, right? Okay, so I'm 27. I'm quite a hairy person, right? But I can't grow a beard. And you're 19, did you say? 19. Yeah. Look at the beard and look at the hair.
Like,
it's
that's ridiculous. You've got a good set of hair there, Aaron. Nice little mullet for a boy band. So yeah, everything does happen for a reason. Because I'm like, every single person I met, some of them have been massive accidents, and I'm like, well, there you go. Like, 95% of my life might have been a bit dog shit, but I've met a really good, amazing amount of people with that 5%. So,
and if something doesn't kind of pan out, there's something around the corner that will happen because of that.
And what advice would you give to people that are people that are going for different soaps, going for different auditions, and getting a bit disheartened and getting pied off? And what do you tell them people?
Just keep at it. Like, I was that close from just saying, right, I'm packing it all in now, I'm getting a normal job, and I'm just going to leave the industry completely. If it's a passion of yours and you love it, just keep at it. Just keep at it, and one day something will come along and it will change your life.
Good. Okay, we're going to do another little game. This is going to be hard. This is a hard game.
Okay.
So I went to the oldest traditional sweet shop in Leeds, and these are the most sour sweets in the world.
Oh, no.
But not modern American ones, right? So I want to know how much of a good actor you are. We're both going to take one, and we're going to just going to keep a serious face for as long as we can, and feel free to spit it out. We've got another cup just to put it in, and feel free to get involved in it, Aaron and Mojo's. We all do one. So you could take one.
I'm really nervous.
And then we'll do it at
this.
the same time. Just I want to see how good you are acting. Like,
so are they all the sort of same sourness?
all the same sourness. There's no difference because it's an old-fashioned shop. Yeah. Okay. And it's yeah. So there's not yet, right? So I'm gonna look at your camera. You're gonna look at your camera, right?
Have you tried one already?
I may or may not have tried one, right?
Right.
But you just gotta see how long you can do it for. Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
It's really not sour.
This is fucking good. Feel free to. That is pure acid. Okay. I'm going to be. That's vinegar. So wait.
We still got it in.
Mojo's has still got it in. Aaron's still got it in. You're psycho. You're actually hurting my face while you're still doing it. That's a lot. Let's have a minute. How's it got? Well, okay, we've got 2 winners.
I'm sweating. I'm actually sweating.
I just wanted to see that they're horrible. Like, who's buying them, by the way? Sweet Shop, thank you for the donation.
Oh, look, it's going, right. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
No, absolutely not.
I bought this book. You know, for them shops that have
Would
loads of
you
gadgets
rather?
in, yeah? You know,
Okay.
like them little, like, where the car's driving at the wall and they're like, have you ever thought about getting a car for the wall? I was like, no. But I got this, yeah? It's called Would You Rather.
Okay.
It's a really good, like, subject in it. So, just tell me when to... Why is it so slippy? Oh, just tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay. Would you rather be someone's pet guinea pig or be a monkey in a safari park? Depends who's owning you.
Do you know what? Be a monkey in a safari park.
Okay.
Just because, like, you know, like when you have you ever driven through like a monkey enclosure?
Yeah.
And they're just ripping things left, right, and
To be
centre.
fair, what a great
It's
life.
Great fun.
All right, Jim, what are you doing today? I'm just going to foot that aerial up and I'm going to spit on that woman and take a shit on the bonnet.
Absolutely.
Okay. Right, this is my last one.
Go on.
This is a hard one. Would you rather show your partner your porn history or show your old teacher your most watched video in full?
Shall we teach you what?
Show your partner your porn history
Yeah.
or show your old school teacher the most recent video you watched.
Oh, show my partner.
Yeah, okay. I like
Yeah,
that. Kinky.
yeah.
I'm joking. I'm only joking. I've got that. I literally sit there all day just read them out to myself and I'm answering.
Brilliant.
So we've got a non-alcoholic shot, but it's sour. How sour?
Is it? Is it sourer than that?
You tell me.
Are we doing it?
Okay, let's do it.
It's definitely zero alcohol.
It's treated water with pH.
PHC?
And
It's LSD.
and it's safe.
It's entirely safe as a cocktail ingredient.
Fuck me. That's vinegar.
Oh!
That's just vinegar. That's vinegar, isn't it?
First of all, what cocktail did you put that in?
So it's used in lieu of lemon or lime juice. It's a clean citrus. It is water.
Is it for people you don't like?
Basically, it's just water, but they've changed the pH on it to make it acidic.
Leave water as it is. I like water. Water's great. Don't tamper with it. Oh, well, thank you very much for that.
I spit my tongue and like my lip. Oh, Jesus. Oh, do you know what? I'll take a bottle to go, though. I'll be making brews. Tomorrow. What a brew. What a brew, Janet. There you go.
You know, when I go home today, I'm throwing up, and Sammy's like, "What happened at that
What did you
podcast?"
do?
I'll be like, "Well,
I had a sweet and a shot.
wowzer, right."
Okay.
you.
The 20-year-old version of Brad. What was your biggest fear at the time?
At what age? 20.
20.
20. Just sort of maybe not pursuing a career that I want to pursue. And I
Yeah.
think it was at that time, obviously, where the future's, uncertain. And I know, the performing arts industry is so hard to kind of, get into. And, back in the day, I wanted to do musicals or TV or sing or make it as a singer. And it's so hard. And I feel like there's been times where I've been so close to kind of getting there. And then it's rejection. So I think my fear was living the rest of my life doing something that I don't love. And doing a
God,
job
yeah.
that I don't love.
Yeah.
Whereas now, like, I don't work. I always say I don't work. Every day I go to work and I love it.
That's amazing. So that everything you do in your life, you enjoy?
Yeah, and I've always said this. I feel like if you get up in the morning and you're going to work and you're doing something you love every day, you'll never work a day in your life.
That is. This is a little soundbite
Yeah.
that I want a t-shirt. That is fucking beautiful.
Life's short. Life is so short. Find something. I believe there's something that everyone can do and do what you love.
That's true. Aaron, what do you want to do when you grow up? What do you... Joking, it's tight. Right, so what's your biggest fear now?
Emmerdale killing me off.
Oh my God, Emmerdale, please don't kill him off. You had Liv, yeah, and we lost Liv.
Yeah,
don't make us lose Vinny.
Yeah, please don't. Please don't.
So, okay, and a quick one. If you weren't on Emmerdale, so you finished them, it's like you got killed off tomorrow.
Okay.
You're not going to get killed off, yeah?
Please don't.
What would you want to do next? What was your like dream role be?
Dream role, maybe in TV. I don't know.
TV, film, or it could
Do you
be
know?
a bit
Right.
of all.
So I've said this. I would love to do a musical. I would love to do a little tour, like a 6-month tour in a musical, like Book of Mormon or something like that, and just go touring with it. I think it'd be amazing.
Oh my God! But the thing is, like, if you haven't, like I said, you've seen a bit of clip of Brad singing, but you are phenomenal. You've got a very
thank
clean,
you.
smooth voice. When I saw your audition back of all the boys that were there, you're the only one that like stood out to me. Not in a horrible way, just because it was a very strong performance, and you were funny, and we were a bit too funny in our group. It was, and I enjoyed that.
I think you've mentioned it before. I think it's definitely the ADHD. Like
Yeah.
I'm not diagnosed with it, but I 100% have got ADHD.
I mean, I'm currently in the process at the moment.
Are
Which,
you?
may I ask? Like, anyway, basically, you go for an appointment. It's like 4,500 people waiting on a waiting list.
Yeah.
But there's a few ways around it. But you already know in yourself. But it's not to like. I just want to get clarification so then people say, "Why is your car a mess?
I'm exactly the same.
Why
as
is your
that.
desk a mess?" I just
Yeah.
want to be like that. ADHD, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I get away. No, I just want to know what everything I can do before you have to do something because my brain's busy.
Yeah.
And I think maybe if you wasn't as busy, I'd make better life choices. I might be thinner. I might save more money.
Yeah, but listen, are you happy?
I can't see my own dick when I wee. So I just want to be able to see that. I want to save money and I want to be successful.
Wow.
But yeah, I feel like, so could you tell me, because I explained it, so my brain's like this, right? I walk down the street, I'm going to Greg's on my lunch.
Yeah.
So the left side of my brain's like, going to Greg's on my lunch, yeah, I've got to get cheese and pasta, I've got to go to work, that open tab, and I start opening 3 tabs. The right side constantly is like, remember in that film when you were younger and that girl said to you at primary school and then you got bullied and you know, all these like, constant just repeat. In the middle, it's like a black zone where as soon as I put stuff, it's like a black hole just goes like, oh, remember that, bang, gone, delete. What did you do? Oh, I didn't do it. I forgot. Do you know what I mean?
But I think as well for me, it's kind of like I am so like interested in something, and I will hyper focus on one thing. Like maybe I'm gonna write a song. I've never written a song before in my life, and I'm like, right, I'm gonna do it. 3 hours in, I go, nah, I'm not asked now. Done now. I can't do it. So and then I'll leave it for like a few weeks, and I'll go back to it. It's weird.
But I think it's saying so. Our strengths and weaknesses are the same thing. They're the thing that makes us the best. Yeah. But it's also the thing that definitely holds me back. But yeah. But you're like, I think you don't give it away too much. You're a controlled version.
Really?
I want to be like you. Like, sometimes I'm just like, people are like, is that man all right? I'm like, no, he's not. Just had a sours off Mojo's. You can't do my tongue! So tell me, obviously you can't tell me anything, but like, how is he looking at Emmerdale now for your character?
It's really good. At the minute, it's getting a bit juicy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's getting, I obviously can't give a lot away.
Okay, no. But do it in eye blinks.
But we are filming at the minute, the amazing Steve Halliwell, who passed away, who played Zach. We're filming his funeral at the minute, and something a little bit juicy happens.
It's just so how exciting is not exciting, awful. Obviously, what you're filming, but like, so is that like a big moment? All the cast up are there. Yeah,
it's a big moment, and I feel like it's a weird sort of like time because I've never filmed a fake funeral for someone who's passed in real life, and it's but it is weird. And Steve was obviously an Emmerdale legend. But what's been amazing, it's been all the Dingles filming it, and the amount of stories that we've had about Steve, and it's just comic, like it's comedy gold. Some of the stories he's, the past 25 years being in Emmerdale. So your character's not going to be killed off anytime soon? Hopefully not. Good. But listen, I've really enjoyed today. Thank you. I really enjoyed watching you do shots and make you feel uncomfortable, making me feel uncomfortable. And now I feel really ill. It's brilliant. Now we're really sick. We're like, the scene of Bridesmaids where they've all got food poisoning. Like, really good today. I'll tell you tomorrow. Aaron feels good because he got a good compliment about growing a full facial beard. But I would love to have you come back on. Absolutely. Whenever anytime. You're free, like if you really wanted to do it in Nando's or wherever. Like we've got this place, Mojo's here. It's incredible, by the way. It's a great venue. And I loved it being here. And apparently they're all over the country. So. Yeah, and I was just saying it's really nice to be in Mojo sober. Like it's weird being in here today with the lights on. So tell me, just let's cut to a night out here. Where would you be stood and what would you be doing? So Leeds for me, it's always end in Domino Club. I do like a bit of live music, bit of jazz. You would love it in there. Domino it's like Club. Have you not been? No. Oh, it's a speakeasy. Basically, it's an old Barbers, just literally in there. During the day, it's a Barbers. And then you go down the stairs to the back of it, and it's a big New York that's style. What I like. Everything here is quirky. Everything's got something. It's not just like you go to some places. It's just like a branded bar, like you see, and it's fine. But you just kind of know what it is. There's nothing like exciting about it. And what stands out for me in Mojo's is the music. It's always playing bangers. Yeah. And what's great when it's busy out, you can stand here and just people watch. Just someone fighting down there, and people falling over. We should do a podcast live when it's like booming street nightlife, like, and just people watch. Someone just urinated on my leg. I enjoyed it. I'd love that. Yeah. Listen, I absolutely love you being on. Thank you so much. I haven't seen you since Let It Shine, so that in itself was a mini. I was trying to not talk to you. I was trying to not talk to him too much when he got here because I was like, knowing me, I'll fucking ask you all the fucking questions. But them people where obviously we've not seen each other for how many years? Like so many years. But it's like we've never ever been apart. That's what I like. That's when you got a good person. It's great. You know what I mean? I'm gonna cheers to you. Cheers. There's nothing left because I've drank it all because I'm sour sweet. Drank all the apple juice. See you later, Brad. We're gonna do high five. Yeah, man. See you later. See you later.